Attorney's office doesn't have enough prosecutors. They're not the only DA's office with the issue either. County officials tell KLTV7's Jamie Boyum this has been an ongoing problem.
First Assistant District Attorney Stacey Brownlee and Gregg County District Attorney John Moore talk about upcoming cases at the courthouse, but they say their attorneys nearly need to double up to get the job done.
We've had trouble finding anyone to hire for over a year now. We're currently down 6 prosecutors in the office.
He says there are a total of 18 positions in his office. He hopes July law school graduations and bar exams will produce new attorneys interested in prosecution in Gregg County, since right now
everybody pitches in wherever they can. We put out fires every day.
You know, I have experienced felony prosecutors that are going down to the JP courts and covering JP courts. I have prosecutors that are not appellate attorneys covering appellate dockets and the civil work that we do here.
Moore says they have no appellate lawyers right now.
We pick and choose. Everyone gets to be an appellate lawyer.
He says the shortage primarily has to do with salary, since defense attorneys have a higher earning potential. Gregg County prosecutors' salaries start at $100,000 and top out at $140,000. But not too long ago, new attorneys
started in district attorney's offices. They worked for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years, learned the ropes, learned what to do, and then they went out on their own. That pipeline has seemed to have dried up now.
I've never seen it this bad, and I have prosecutor friends all over the state, and a lot of the offices are in the same position that we are.
Everybody's having the same problem. Every district attorney's office I know has the same problem.
So for now, Moore says prosecutors in Gregg County are working longer hours with no overtime since they are salaried employees. Jamie Boyum, KLTV 7 News.
And Moore would like to consider approaching the state to request higher starting salaries. He says meantime, his staff has been able to stay on schedule.